Welcome to my channel for comprehensive tutorials on fundamental principles to complex problems. I'll cover it all. Feel free to share, subscribe for more contents. Thank you. Welcome back once again on this episode in which we are working on Algebra 5, solving quadratic equation by factorization. In here, we'll be working on exercise 8, 9 and 10 that you can find on page 319 to 321. Topic is about multiplying brackets, complete solution you will get. And the book that I'm using is EdEXCEL International GCSE 9.1 and Mathematics A Student Books 1. In case if you need a PDF of this book, you can message me on my WhatsApp number. Number is provided. Taking you straight to exercise 8, in which we need to solve the equations. So the best way is to solve this is that x plus 1 and x plus 2 both are equals to 0. That means x is equals to negative 1 and x is equals to negative 2. This is going to be the answer, straight answer. You will not need any working on this. In here, as you can see, x plus 4 is equal to 0 and x minus 1 is equal to 0. So why I am doing so? Because x plus 4 equals 0 and x minus 1 also equals 0. So ultimately, we can say x is equals to negative 4 and x is equals to positive 1. So these are going to be the answer for this question. Moving on to question number 3. In here, this time 0 is on the right hand side. Left hand side, we can make it to left hand side or right hand side, doesn't matter. So the values are going to be same. X is equals to plus 7 and x is equals to plus 2. This is going to be the answer for this type of question. In here it says x plus 8 and x plus 8 again. So the final answer is going to be x is equals to negative 8 in both the cases. Now comes, there are two here, x is equals to 0 and x is equals to x minus 10 equals 0. That means x equals 10. So this is going to be the answer for this question. Moving on to exercise 8 star. In here, same thing is going to happen. X equals minus 8 and x equals plus 4. Simply if you write this, you will get the answer and this is going to be accepted answer. In here, x equals negative 21. If you write and x equals positive 5, you will get full marks for this type of question in case if you have this in the examination or the test. Once again, x is equals to 0. This is the first value and x equals positive 8. Both are going to be the values of x. And when it comes to question number 4, it says 2x plus 3 equals 0 and 4x minus 3 also equals to 0. That means it's going to be 2x equals negative 3 and in here 4x equals positive 3. So that means first value is going to be x equals negative 3 over 2 and the second value is going to be x equals 3 over 4. These are going to be accepted answer for this type of question if you get in your test as a homework or anywhere you're working with. Moving on to question number 5. In here there are three brackets. So first value is going to be negative 1. You'll write something like this. And the second value is going to be positive 1. And the third value is going to be 2x plus 5 also equal to 0. That means 2x equals negative 5. And that means x equals negative 5 over 2. Now the next question is about exercise 9. In here, I will write x square and plus 2 as it is, no change. And since there is a 1 here, so 2 times 1 is a 2. We need to find out the factors of 2 that makes minus 3. That means minus 2x and another minus x is going to make it minus 3x. And when 2 and 1 is multiplied, it gives you a 2. So in the first 2, we'll see x is common and x minus 2 you'll write in the bracket. And x minus 2 is going to be copied once again like this. And look at the third one, this one. So you need minus x, you already have x, so multiplying by minus 1 is going to give us a correct answer. So x minus 1 is going to be in first bracket. In the second bracket, you'll get x minus 2 equals 0. That means x value is going to be positive 1. And second one is going to be x equals positive 2. These are going to be the value of x. Once the question is giving solve these for x, that means you need to find out the value of x. Now in here, x square will be written as it is, no change. Minus 2 will be in the last, equals 0. And the factors of 2 are going to be 2 and 1. That means plus 2x. And minus x is going to give us a plus 1. So in the first one, we have x and x plus 2 as the factor. And x plus 2 I will write once again here, equals 0. And look at the third one, we already have x. When we multiply by minus 1, we get minus x. And in the first bracket, you can write x plus 2. And in the second bracket, you will write x minus 1 equals 0. That means x is equals to negative 2 and x equals positive 1. These are going to be the answer for this question. Moving on to question number 3. In here, I just need to bring this a little to the right and see. In here, as you can see, I will write x square as it is, no change, and plus 8 this way equals 0. And I know very well that 2 times 4 is an 8. So plus 2x and plus 4x is going to make us a 6x. And 2 times 4 is an 8. So x will come in the bracket and x plus 2 is going to be in another bracket, copy and pasting x plus 2 two different times. Look at the third one, we need a plus 4x. You already have x in your hand, so I will write a plus 4 like this. So x plus 4 comes in one bracket and x plus 2 comes in another bracket, and these are the two factors that gives us x square plus 6x plus 8. So x value is going to be negative 4 and second value is going to be negative 2. These are the final answer for this question. These are also called as root of the equation. In some cases, in senior classes, once you go, you will find out the question begins from here. The root of x is minus 2 and minus 4, then you need to make the equation. Now comes x square. I will write x square as it is, no change, and minus 12 equals 0. And once it comes to minus x, we need to find out what are the two values that gives us minus 1. So in case of 4 times 3 is a 12, and minus 4x and plus x plus 3x is going to give us a minus 1, and 4 times 3 is a 12. Now in the first one, have x and x minus 4 in the first bracket, copying and pasting it another time, equals 0. Now look at the third one, it is plus 3x, so I will write only plus 3, which is required. So x plus 3 comes in the first bracket, or you can write x minus 4 also in the first bracket, does not matter, both are same. So the first value of x is going to be minus 3, and the second value is going to be x equals plus 4. These are the two values of x. Moving on to the next question. I will drag this guy a little here so that we can work independently. Now comes question number 5. In here, 15 is the number. We need to find out the factors of 15. 3 times 5 is a 15, and minus 3 and minus 5 gives us 8. So x square and plus 15 I will write as it is without any change, and minus 3x and minus 5x gives us minus 8x, and 3 times 5 is a 15. Now in the first one, we have x minus 3, copying and pasting once again. Look at the third one, we need minus 5x, we already have x, so we just need to write minus 5. So x minus 5 comes in one bracket, and x minus 3 comes in another bracket. These are the two factors. When we multiply these together, we get x squared minus 8x plus 15. Now the value of x is going to be 5, and second value is going to be positive 3. These are the two values of x. Now comes next question. I will have to drag. In question number 6, it says that x squared, so I'll copy down x squared as it is, plus 16 equals 0. And I know very well that plus 4x and plus 4x gives us plus 8, and 4 times 4 is a 16. So I will write x and x plus 4 and copy down x plus 4 once again equals 0. Now look at the third one. It gives us plus 4. So x plus 4 in the first bracket and x plus 4 in another bracket equals 0. That means x minus 4 equals minus 4 and x equals minus 4 if you write, once you get this one, to score full marks in the test if it is. Now comes exercise 9 star. In here we need to factorize, so I will write this one as it is, no change, and plus 20 equals 0. I know 4 times 5 is a 20, and minus 4x and minus 5x gives us a minus 9. So the first factor is going to be x minus 4, something like this you write, and as usual x minus 4 you write this way. Now look at the third term, it is minus 5x, so you need only minus 5 to write here, and in the first bracket is going to be x minus 5 as the first factor, and the second factor is going to be x minus 4 equals 0. So that means x is going to be equals to 5, positive 5, and x equals positive 4. These are going to be the roots of this equation. Now comes the next question. In here it is 24, and I know very well 3 times 8 is a 24. So minus 3 and minus 8 is going to give us a minus 5. Sorry, minus 8 plus 3 is going to give us a minus 5. So minus 24 I will write as it is, no change, and minus 3x and minus 5x, sorry, 3 8. In fact, it has to be opposite. I should make it plus 3x and minus 8x to give us minus 5, and 3 times 8 is a 24. So in the first bracket I would write x plus 3, copy down x plus 3 as it is without any change, equals 0. Now look at the third term, which is minus 8x. So I need minus 8 to write here. So x minus 8 comes in the first bracket, and in the second bracket you can write x plus 3. You can write vice versa also. You can write my x plus 3 first and x minus 8 later. That means the value of x is going to be plus 8, and the value of another x is going to be negative 3. These are the two values or the roots of the equation. When it comes to 108, we know very well that 9 times 12 is 108. That means plus 9x and plus 12x gives us 108, and 12 and 9 gives us 21. So in the first one I will write x plus 9, copy down x plus 9 once again, equals 0, and plus 12 you'll write here. So x plus 12 comes in one bracket, and another bracket is going to be x plus 9 equals 0. So the roots of this equation is going to be negative 12 and x equals negative 9. This what we are working on is going to be helpful. In the next video I will explain you when we are working with the word problems. Next episode is going to be on exercise 11 and 12, and some revision questions that is taken from the textbook itself. I'll be explaining you in the next video. Okay, so x square and plus 56 I will write as it is, and I know very well that 14 and 4 gives us minus 18. So minus 14x and minus 4x is going to give us minus 18, and 14 times 4 is going to give us a 56. So x and x minus 14 comes in one bracket, copying down as it is without any change. Looking at third term, it's minus 4x, so you just need to write minus 4. So x minus 4 comes in one bracket, and x minus 14 comes in another bracket, equals 0. So the final value is going to be x plus 4 and x plus 14. These are the two values of x. Now comes next question, which is question number 5. So here x square and plus 96 I will write as it is. And I know very well that 16 times 6 is a 96. So I will write 16x plus 6x makes 22. 16 plus 6 is going to be 22. And 16 times 6 is a 96. So x plus, sorry, x plus 16 you will write like this, and copying and pasting once again the same thing, equals 0, and plus 6x will be this way. So x plus 6 and x plus 16 is going to be the answer of this question. But since we need to find out the value of x, so the value of x is going to be negative 6, and the other value is going to be 16. I should write here negative 16. So these are the two values. When it comes to question number 6, in here there's a trick that you must be understanding, that by looking at the question, you know very well that I can divide the whole equation by 24. So 24 times 1 is a 24, so I will not write here. And 24 times 2 is a 48, so I will write 2 only. And 24 times 3 is a 72, so I will write 3 here. I mean, or you can say dividing the whole equation by 3, dividing by 24 give us this. So in here x square and minus 3 I will write as it is, and 2 times 1, 3 times 1, so that means 3x plus x, minus 3 plus 1 is going to give us a negative 2. So x minus 3 comes in one bracket. I will copy this once again, equals 0. Now look at the third term, we need to add plus 1 here. So x plus 1 and x minus 3 is going to be the factors, and the value of x is going to be negative 1 and x equals positive 3. These are the two roots of this equation. Now in here, this is a bit tricky. In here, you write this equation once again, 78 minus 42 equals 0. So x square plus 7x and minus 78 and minus 42 is going to give us a negative 120 equals 0. And in here we can say how to find out 120. 15 times 8, and 15 plus 8 is going to give plus 15x minus 8x, giving us a plus 7, minus 120 we write as it is, and x plus 15 is going to come in one bracket. I will write once again x plus 15 equals 0, and minus 8 you will write here. X minus 8 comes in one bracket, another bracket will be x plus 15 equals 0. That means the value of x is going to be positive 8 and x equals negative 15. This was exercise 9 star. Moving on to exercise 10, which is starting from here. In here, as we have done in the first one, x and x minus 2 equals 0. That means the first value of x is going to be 0 and x equals positive 2. These are the two answers for this equation. When it comes to second one, x plus 7 equals 0. So the first value is going to be x equals 0 and x equals negative 7. Moving on to question number 3, it is going to be x and x minus 25 equals 0. That means the first value of x is going to be 0 and second value is going to be positive 25. Next question is about x and x plus 23 equals 0. So the first value is equals to 0 and the second value is going to be negative 23. Looking at this one, as I reminded you before also, as soon as you look at this x square and when you see the negative and a perfect square here, so this should tell you and this should give a spark in your mind that this is a difference of perfect squares. In here, I will write x plus 2 and x minus 2. Why I do this? Because I know very well that I can write this equation as x square minus 2 square equals 0. So I can write x plus 2 and x minus 2. As I can see here, it is a perfect square of 25. So I will write x plus 5 in one bracket and x minus 5 in the second bracket equals 0. That means x plus 2 equals 0 and x minus 2 also 0. So I will write x equals negative 2 and x equals positive 2. Why are we doing this? In the word problems, we'll be using this technique. X plus 5 equals 0. This working is required in the examination. So be careful with this. This working is required. So x minus 5 equals 0. So in the last stage, you will write x minus 5 and x plus 5. Moving on to exercise 10 star. In here, I will do exactly what we have done before. It is 125 equals 0. So the first value of x is going to be 0 and x equals positive 125 because minus 125 goes to the other side and becomes a positive. In the second one, it is x plus 231 equals 0. That means the first value of x is going to be equals to 0 and x will be equals to negative 231. Next comes, as you can see here, that in this question, this one, and not anyone else. These two having first value as x square and then negative sign you can see and the perfect square. So straight away you can write x square minus 8 square. This is the first step for which you will get the marks. And after this you know very well what to do. X plus 8 and x minus 8 you will write straight away equals 0. That means x value is going to be negative 8 and x is equals to positive 8. In here, this is again, so first value is square, second sign you can see is a negative. Always remember, for example, if there's a positive here, so there's not going to be a difference of squares, okay? So it has to be a negative. For example, this one will not make it. So please be reminded with this. So x square minus 13 square equals 0. That means x plus 13 and x minus 13 equals 0. Now comes x equals negative 13 and x equals positive 13. These are the two values. This working is required whenever you are doing homework or if you are doing an examination. So in here, x square equals plus 7. That means the first value of x is going to be positive under root 7, and second value is going to be x equals negative under root 7. These are the two values since it is not a perfect square. In here, x square will be equals to negative 3. So negative 3 gives us x equals plus minus under root 3. In fact, this negative tells us that this is not going to be a perfect square. Now comes exercise. Now there is no exercise. Exercise 9 and 10 is done. And we are taking back. Thank you very much once again. Wish you all the best and have a nice day or evening or night. I have no idea because I'm very much impressed with every subscriber, and sometimes even in the late nights students are watching it. I feel very much glad with this appreciation and the comments that you do. I'm very much happy with every one of you. Thank you very much once again, and kindly do share with your friends, and if you are a teacher, kindly share with your friends so that I can get more views and more appreciation from you. Thank you very much once again.